Good morning and assalamu alaikum. Today we will start with the second chapter of economics, that is utility analysis. Okay, if you have any doubts regarding this chapter also, you can contact me on my detail. Here I had mentioned you the detail, that is this is my mobile number and this is my email ID. For personally you can contact me. I will explain you in detail, no issue. Okay. Secondly, what do you understand by utility? Utility analysis means what? Utility means what? Power or the capacity of a commodity. That is power or a capacity of a commodity to satisfy a human wants. एक कोई भी commodity जिससे हमको how much we will get a satisfaction, that is nothing but the utility. It's not necessary कि each and every product will give the utility. So a particular product, ये जब हमको नीड्स कब क्रिएट होती, व्हेन वी आर इन ए इंटेंसिटी ऑफ वांट्स, जब हमको हमारे अंदर से एक नीड्स क्रिएट होती है. तो बिकॉज ऑफ दैट अ पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट, अ पर्टिकुलर कमोडिटी, उसकी उतनी कैपेसिटी होती है कि दे आर सेटिस्फाइंग आवर वांट्स. सेम इफ यू विल टेक द एग्जांपल ऑफ चेयर, टेबल एंड दिस आर ऑल थिंग्स आर मेड अप ऑफ वुड. हाउ दे आर सेटिस्फाइंग us? If I will tell you directly sit on the wood, you can sit? No, it's not possible. Why it's not possible? Because it's not possible to sit on the wood, so they are not satisfying our wants. But if you will change the form of that wood, if you will make the wood, if you will make that wood converted into the table, chair or teapot, we can use it and we can satisfy our wants. That is actually a utility. So that's why in the definition, if you'll see, they had written that power, it is the quality or the capacity of a product which enables to satisfy our human wants or the needs. Okay, that is actually a utility. Now, basic assumption of utility analysis. See, if you are testing the utility analysis, if you are checking, analysis means what? Is to check. Okay, here we want to check a particular product how much they can satisfy a human want. That is the actual meaning of utility analysis. First, it is a rational consumer. If you want to test the utility analysis, we have to test on the normal person. We want to take the insane person. If you will take the insane person, the utility analysis will not be checked. Second is a fixed time. We have to fix the time. Not like that if you are checking the utility analysis on a particular time, like in the morning, and then we are checking in the afternoon, and then we are checking in the evening. Not like that. We have to take a particular time within a 5 minutes, within a 10 minutes, within a 15 minutes. We have to check that. We have to fix a particular time. Then only we can come to know the actual utility analysis. Then after that, income and taste of the people is constant. That income should be constant. If suppose income and taste is getting a fluctuate day by day, then we will not able to know how much a particular commodity satisfies a human want. Then after that, independent. That is independent. That is differ from product to product. Here in this point, independent, like if you will take it, if you are checking if you are analyzing a utility, we have to take a particular product, and that product should be of a same size, same product. Like if you are checking the utility, if you are analyzing the utility analysis on apple, so we have to take all apples. Not like that we are taking one apple, one orange, one guava. Not like that. We have to take all, because each and every product provide a different utility. Then marginal utility of money is constant. Rich versus poor, money utility. As we know, as more and more money will come to us, that the utility of us will be increases. So in that point, they are saying the utility of money should be constant if it is a rich or a poor. Because if you will see, जैसे जैसे हमारे पास पैसा बढ़ते, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा पैसा बढ़ते जाएगा, our utility will be increases, not decreases. हमारा satisfaction level है वो क्या होते जाएगा, हमारा increase होते जाएगा. So not like that. In that point, that utility of the money, marginal utility, जैसे जैसे हमारे इसमें additional money add होता जाएगा, the utility of that money should be constant. After that, introspection. Differ from one person to another. Like in this point, that utility is differ from person to person. We can't say that utility is the same in all person. Like if we are taking the 4 apples and we are having a 2 person, like एक पर्सन को मैंने 4 एप्पल दे दिया, सेकंड पर्सन को भी मैंने 4 एप्पल दे दिया. मैं ऐसा नहीं बोल सकता हूँ कि जो 4 एप्पल, वो एक पर्सन को सेम यूटिलिटी देगा, सेम लाइक वो सेकंड पर्सन को भी सेम यूटिलिटी, नॉट लाइक दैट. तो इट इज अ डिफर फ्रॉम पर्सन टू पर्सन. Lastly, there is a cardinal measurement, and if you want to count the utility analysis, if you want to check the utility, if you want to check the satisfaction level, it should be counted in term of number like 1, 2, 3, 4. Nextly, there is the features of utility. In features of utility, first feature is a form as a basis for the demand. For the demand, it is a basic thing, like unless and until our need will not be created, the demand will not be come to know. So that is it is a basic, it is a foundation for the demand. Second is the ethical neutral, that some product which is used for the good purpose also, and which is for the which is used for the bad purpose also. Like if you will take the example of knife, for a housewife it is used for cutting the vegetable, but if you will take the example of the murderer, it can be used for the murder purpose also. So another is also not same as the usefulness. Sometimes some product is some product, what happen, some persons are addicted to some product. They are not having a usefulness with that, but they are addicted. ये एक उनको क्या मतलब एडिक्ट मतलब उनको लेना है, मतलब लेना है, कंज्यूम करना है, मतलब करना ही है. लाइक सिगारेट, इफ यू टेक द एग्जांपल ऑफ सिगारेट, अल्कोहल, they are not useful product for a particular person, but they are having a habit, they are addicted to that product, that's why they are consuming. Nextly, that the measurement not possible. If you will say, if I'll consume 4 apple, and suppose any example, if I'll consume the 4 glass of water also, but how much satisfaction level I had get from the first glass, second glass, third glass, it is not possible to measure. Nextly, utility is a subjective concept, that this utility is differ from person to person. We can't say that everyone is getting the same utility from a particular product. Every person is getting a different utilities from a particular product. Next is a relative concept. It relates to time and place. Same if you take the example of time utility, like in rainy season we are using an umbrella, in winter season we are using a woolen clothes, and in summer season we are using a cotton clothes. And if we take the place utility, in place utility, the utility of the utility of woolen clothes is more in Kashmir as compared to in Mumbai region. And nextly is even differ from pleasure. Sometimes for some product they are not providing us a utility, but for a pleasure we have to take that product, we have to consume that commodity. Like if you are sickness, अगर हमको बुखार है, हम कहाँ जाते हैं, डॉक्टर के पास जाते हैं, और डॉक्टर क्या करता है, हमको इंजेक्शन या गोलियां देता है, बट वी आर नॉट टेकिंग एज हम खुशी से नहीं लेते उसके पास इंजेक्शन, बट वाई वी आर टेकिंग फॉर गेटिंग अ प्लेजर. हमको सुकून मिलने के लिए हम लोग वो प्रोडक्ट, हम लोग टैबलेट्स एंड ऑल, इंजेक्शन एंड ऑल कंज्यूम करते हैं. Nextly, satisfaction and utility are different. See, utility is a starting product and the satisfaction is a end product. So that's why they are different from each other. Nextly, there is a utility. That's the types of utility. First is the form utility, that is and under that they had written production. Like I had explained you the example of food. Same here they had given the example of chocolate. By the raw materials, we are converted the raw material into finished product, and from that we are converting the form of that product, and from that we are getting a utility, that is a form utility. Second is the time utility. Just now I had explained you the example. In the rainy season we are using the product, we are using the raincoats. In summer season we are using a woolen clothes, and in winter season in summer season we are using a cotton clothes, and in winter season we are using a woolen clothes. Second, nextly is a place utility. Place utility name itself indicate that best example of place utility, Amazon delivery. Like if you want a product, if you like some product on a online shopping, and from that online shopping we are buying that product also, and in time they are delivering us the product. Like this place utility is related to transport utility, कि हमको कोई product in time अगर हमारी जगह पे available मिला, from that utility, from that we are getting a satisfaction, that is called as a place utility. So nextly is the information utility. Information utility is same like a like if you're traveling somewhere else, and if you're seeing if you are watching the signboard, if we are watching this signboard, and from that signboard we are getting the direction, from that signboard we are getting information that related to some roads below, related to some offices below, and all related to some institute, we are getting the information from that board, and from that we are getting a satisfaction, that is called as the information utility. Nextly, there is a service utility. Maybe the service will be provided by doctors, teachers and all, so that utility we can call as a service utility. And the possession utility, that is the actual transfer of ownership from one person to the another person. Like if we take the example of seller, that when we are purchasing anything and after paying the amount of that product, we are getting the actual product, that is a possession utility. Nextly, this is a very important concept, that is a total utility and the marginal utility. Total utility means what? The overall satisfaction which we are getting by consuming all the commodity. Like अभी देखो यहाँ पर हमको example दिया, यूनिट में 7 commodity लिया है. When we are consuming the overall that 7 commodity, and from that we are getting a satisfaction. From that 7 by consuming the 7 commodity, and from that 7 commodity we are getting the satisfaction, that is a total utility. And the marginal utility means what? That is additional. When we are consuming the additional utility, and from that additional utility, additional product, we are getting a satisfaction, that is a marginal utility. Same if you'll see in the example, there is we are having a schedule in front of you and the diagram also. In the first we are having a 7 unit of commodity. See, if first we are total utility, if you'll see when we are consuming the first commodity, then we are getting the 10 unit of 10 satisfaction. Then second commodity we are getting 18, in third we are getting a 24, in fourth we are getting a 28, then 30, and last one when we are consuming the 7th unit of commodity, our satisfaction level is getting decreases. If you see from first to 7, that the total utility is getting increases, but at a diminishing rate. Why at a diminishing rate? Because in the initial state it is getting the satisfaction level is increasing, but after 6th unit of commodity 7, the total utility is getting a diminishing. That is, diminishing means a decrease. And if you will see to the marginal utility, in marginal utility, when we are consuming the first unit of commodity, then that time we are getting a satisfaction level is 10. After, when we are consuming the second unit of commodity, we are getting 8. As the commodity is getting increases, the marginal utility, the satisfaction level is getting decreases. And when we are consuming the 7th unit of commodity, the marginal utility is entered into the negative, that is the dissatisfaction level. After that, we are not having a capacity to consume a more unit of commodity. If you will see in the marginal total utility, in total utility, all the units in positive, that, but if you will see the satisfaction level of marginal utility, that may be in positive also, 0 also, negative also. Nextly we will come to the diagram. In the diagram, the upper diagram is the total utility. That total utility, when we are the unit of commodity is getting increases, the total utility is also getting increases. See, the maximum level, when the total utility is maximum, the marginal utility is 0. See, 0 marginal utility. And when the that point is also called as a point of satiety. Why? The total utility is maximum and the marginal utility is 0. When the total utility is diminishes, that from 30 to it will come to the 28, the total utility curve is sloping downwards, and the marginal utilities enter into the negative level, that is called as a dissatisfaction level. That is a negative marginal utility. And in the marginal utility, if you will see, lastly, if you'll see the last diagram, that is see on the bottom hand side, that is this is a marginal utility diagram. That is in marginal utility, especially marginal utility start diminishing from the initial state when we are consuming the first commodity, and after that the marginal utility is getting a diminishes and it reaches. See, marginal utility is getting a diminishes, and lastly, if you'll see. See my point over here. When the marginal utility is when we are consuming the 6th unit of commodity, the marginal utility is 0. See this point when where my pointer is there. And after that, when they are consuming the 7th unit of commodity, the marginal utility is getting a diminishes. This is the second diagram of marginal utility, and first diagram is of total utility. Now see the relationship between the total utility and marginal utility. See here 3 points are mentioned with the arrow, that increasing in total utility. When the total utility is getting increases, marginal utility is getting diminishes. Second point is maximum total utility and 0 marginal utility. See here, total utility is maximum and my marginal utility is 0. Lastly, if you will see here, that decreasing total utility, here the total utility is getting decreases and my marginal utilities enter into the negative level, where we can say it is a disutility or the dissatisfaction level. Thank you very much. If you are having any doubts regarding this chapter, you can contact me on my detail. Thank you very much.